Word of the day made me almost cry with laughter. The comedic timing of this episode of Rugrats is just so beautiful, and the thing that's funny, which I'll discuss in a moment, happened frequently enough that I got a lot of fun out of it, but not so frequently that it felt like they'd milked it for all it was worth. This is the first segment of the fourth episode of the fifth season of Rugrats, and Angelica wants to audition for the new role of Happy Helper from Miss Carol's Happy House. This is a children's television show with a very colourfully dressed Miss Carol, and I have to say her outfit I thought it looked brilliant, and how nice that Angelica had a chance to audition for this show. And the children who are auditioning all have to repeat the new phrase of the week. And Miss Carol asks a question: what does Miss Carol think of her kids? And I think the current phrase was she thinks they're all funerific. But while Angelica is in the TV studio, she overhears Miss Carol talking to somebody, and she says something like, I'll tell you what Miss Carol really thinks of her kids. She thinks they're all little. And every time we never hear what the word is, and there's always some kind of noise, a truck outside, Charlotte screaming at one point, because Angelica overhears this, but she doesn't know what the word is, and she just thinks that she's just unlocked the true phrase, and she's the only child auditioning who knows what Miss Carol really thinks of the kids. So she tells this to Charlotte and Didi, full of excitement, and then she tells it to other people. Is she going to say this live on television? I won't, of course, say what happens, but I loved it. The timing, the delivery of that line, she thinks they're all little, and then the variety of sound effects. As I said, there was a truck outside. Charlotte screamed very loudly at one point, which I just thought was just hilarious. And it was just so perfect. It was so perfectly done. And there's also a very sweet moment between Angelica and the babies at the end, which I won't explain just in case you haven't seen it or can't remember it. I do recommend you check out this episode straight away. But it was also quite sweet about how certain words can hurt people and make people feel not very good. But I had a lot of fun with this one. I think it's a very, very funny episode, and one that I truly, thoroughly enjoyed. I also remembered it from my childhood, not in specific detail, but I'm pretty sure it was on the VHS that I had. And I think that VHS was Angelica Knows Best, but KNOWS, rather than the episode, which is NOASE. I'm pretty sure that's the one I had. But either way, I really, really thoroughly enjoyed Word of the Day. It is so impossibly funny.